Hey guys, Andy here with your daily takeaway. So today I'm going to talk about the importance of your business page's like list, okay, or likes. So a few months back, as anybody who does any kind of Facebook marketing is very well aware of, Facebook changed their algorithm to essentially kill organic views on videos. Thus forcing advertisers and media buyers to spend in order to get viral videos. Well, there is a workaround for local businesses. Believe it or not, like I said, there's a workaround for it. You can actually beat Facebook's algorithm to an extent. It's not perfect, it doesn't work every single time, but to an extent you can, as a local business, beat Facebook's algorithm in your local community, getting videos to go viral locally. Now, one of the keys to this is, of course, you have to have people who like your business page. If you've been open and in business for any amount of time whatsoever, you should be running some kind of ads on Facebook with your Facebook page up, thus generating likes on your page. I personally call them residual likes. I do not personally run a whole lot of like ads. The majority of our likes come from other advertising and content generation. It just works better that way. Now, it is possible you can spend thousands of dollars, get thousands of likes for your page, things like that, but it's not the same. You want people engaged with your page. You want people not only engaged, but you want people that can potentially eventually become your new customers. So the way this works is, or simplistically anyways, is you need to have likes on your page. You need to have people who like your page. You need to be putting out content, ads, things like that, that get people to your business page. That way they can interact with you. That's step one. Step two is you need to film some video. Step three, and this is the important part, because if you do the first part of this, you every now and then will be able to beat Facebook's organic killing algorithm. If you don't do this and you attempt to do the second part of this, I can promise you this: you will never beat the algorithm. Ever. Not only will you never beat the algorithm, your page will constantly fluctuate in terms of likes, with people disliking your page and then new people coming in and liking. Page likes are no different than new customer acquisition, really. Think of it as the first step. If somebody likes your page, they stick around for a couple weeks, and then they dislike your page, the content that you're generating is not going to them, okay? End of story. It's just not going to them. On top of that, if you have a page and you don't put out regular content, it's going to take your page out of their news feed. Kind of pretty much doing the same thing. So, the videos that you shoot actually have to give something, okay? If you run ads all the time, nobody's going to give a shit. It's literally going to get lost in the background because everybody's doing it. You have to provide something of value. If you do that, you can get your videos to go organically viral. Now, the way you do that is don't ask for anything. Just give people good information. I promise you, it'll come back to your business. There's no way it can't. But if all you're doing is just putting out videos, and selling, nobody's going to buy your shit. Okay? Pardon my French, but while I am trying to keep this somewhat family friendly, I'm also an ex-sailor. So yeah, you're going to hear me cuss sometimes. Nobody will buy your shit. Okay? You will get lost. If you have a competitor across town who's giving value, guess what? People are going to go to them. Why? Because they're giving them free content, free value, building trust, and building a relationship, while all you're doing is screaming, buy my shit. It's 2018, guys. Does screaming buy my shit work? Sure. Car salesmen use it all the time. It still works. But Does it work as well as giving stuff to people for free that they get value out of in building a relationship? No. If you're a car salesman, you just got to sell them a couple cars. But generally there's brand loyalty and things like that that go into that stuff long before you, the salesman, actually pitch it to them. So unless you're a car salesman, I would advise get the hell away from that model of doing business. The longer you stay with it, the more irrelevant you will become as the years continue to move forward. Recently, I was on vacation in Aruba with my girlfriend, and I heard an ad on the radio down there that really struck me. The reason it struck me was because it's the mindset of the younger generation, and I'm not just talking millennials here. Granted, technically I am a millennial. I consider myself a Gen Xer. That's what I grew up as in the 80s. Now I'm technically a millennial, whatever. I'm talking about Generation Next. The movers and shakers of tomorrow. It ain't the millennials. The millennials are the movers and shakers of today and tomorrow. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Tomorrow and the future. That's Generation Next. It isn't Gen Xers, it's not millennials, it's Generation Next and their kids. The mindset of that demographic is totally different than the mindset of a lot of people that I grew up with. When I was growing up, it was literally sell, sell, sell. When I first got out of the military, the very first job that I had was cold call, direct door-to-door sales of print artwork. And it's rough. It's very rough. That mindset is sell, sell, sell. Always be selling. There's a movie with Alec Baldwin in it, and I can't remember its name. It's kind of like The Wolf on Wall Street, but in it, there's a scene where he's saying, always be closing, always be selling, always be selling. If you have that mindset in 2018, you can make money. Do not get me wrong. You'll be able to make money in 2019. You'll be able to make money in 2020, 2021. But by 2025 or 2026, you're probably going to be out of business while your competitors are blowing up. Why? Because your competitors are giving things away freely of value, creating trust, brand loyalty, and things like that, while you're worried about making the next buck and how you can monetize everything and pretty much penny pinch and nickel and dime everybody. You can make money that way, but you're not going to explosively grow that way. You're just not going to be able to reach and touch the younger portions of the millennials and the older portions of Gen Next as they come up. It's just not going to happen. Because your mindset is nowhere near theirs. You're trying to sell them using methods that worked psychologically back in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, but times have changed. It's like, pretty much think like, oh shoot, I don't know. Take it back to like the early 20th century. You're a taxi cab company. You're still running around with horses and buggies and doing taxis for people. Meanwhile, your competitor has realized times have changed, times are continuing to change, and Mr. Ford's Model T ain't going anywhere. So he upgrades. Guess which one of those cab companies is still around 10 years later? Later, guys, that's your takeaway.